All right, following their 4-1 win this evening, we welcome in the University of Minnesota, joined by head coach Bob Motzko, student athletes goaltender Justen Close, and defenseman Jackson LaCombe. We'll again follow the same format. Everyone is well aware of the process with things here. So with that, we'll open it up to an opening statement from Coach Motzko.
Well, first, I got a lot of connections over on that other side. 13 years I spent there, and probably not the ideal team that I want to play. But they did a terrific job this year, and I'm proud of everybody over there in that program. Tonight, how about this guy right here? Closer was, I mean, the penalties that were called tonight, and then we had our penalty kill tonight adjusted, and we were blocking those shots, and we've never taken that many penalties in all year. And Closer was outstanding, and then big fella there too. Pounds went in to give us a little breathing room, and he was outstanding all night. And terrific effort out of our group. High battle level. A little worried in the second period, and with the penalties, I couldn't get our fourth line out there, and I started to get worried. We might tire out, but our guys just, they just held so strong tonight to finish that thing out.
Wonderful. That will open up questions for the student athletes.
Jackson, you take us through your pass to set up Logan, and then your goal.
Yeah, I think on the first play there, I think it was just a turnover, and then kind of the middle opened wide up, and then Cools was darting down the middle, so I just threw it up there, and then I think on the goal, obviously Cools had a great win on the draw there, and then I saw a lane, and I just kind of took the shot and went in, so that's kind of how I saw it.
I guess just for the players, how does it feel going back to the Frozen Four 2 straight years?
We're definitely very excited. It's been a goal of ours all year to get there, and we were there last year and we got a taste of it, and I think we got a better idea of the compete level and the intensity it's going to take going in there. So we're very excited, and we're excited to start preparing and get down to Florida.
Anything else for the student athletes? Been done already.
Randy Johnson, Minneapolis Star-Tribune. Justin, third period, 13 saves. What worked so well for you?
Well, I think the boys were doing a great job of boxing them out. We knew they were going to try and crowd the net and bring a lot of pressure that way, and I thought we battled, and they gave me great sight lines to see pucks, and anything I left out in front of me, they swept it away. So it was a team effort the whole way through, and the third was no different.
Hi, Rob Beer, Rink Live. Jackson, talk about the second goal, the stretch pass down the Cooley. I mean, did you guys see anything that he could jump that a little bit, or?
No, I think, like I said, the play just kind of opened up there, and obviously Cools has some blazing speed, so he was just taking off, and then, just kind of threw up there, and then he made a great play to finish it off.
Justin, everybody from St. Cloud thought they had the tying goal when the puck hit the side of the net there. Was that how was that moment when he was right there with the puck with the net looking at him?
Yeah, that was I don't know how to describe that moment. Not fun. Yeah, I was a little sloppy on that one, and fortunately, again, we had guys who were on the spot who were able to make it tough on him. And was it you that was there?
No, I got beat. It was,
you did get beat.
it was,
I don't know who it was, but
Cools.
it was glad we could survive that one.
All right, with that, we'll let you guys get out of here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Family to see. Let them get out for a second. You got to love student athletes. So we had half-hour practice yesterday. All we worked on was a stretch pass up the middle. And you ask Homer, no, it just came out of nowhere. So what the hell good is coaching anymore? We did 3 drills, and they were all in the neutral zone, flying our center. So I don't think they even listened to us.
Randy, go ahead.
Randy Johnson, Minneapolis Star-Tribune. Bob, first period, a little tough on the draw. They won 12 of the 16. How'd you get that to flip the rest of the game?
Well, Crookshank won almost all of them, and he was, and he's so strong and down low, and I don't know if he lost. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 all night, and But we had good coverage after, losing the draws, and then our guys started to buckle down, and I didn't look at the final numbers, but we battled back with face-offs, and early it was an issue, but I liked their legs, I liked their battle.
Reed Glenn, SC Times. You mentioned not wanting to see these guys this deep in the postseason. Is that mostly because of your history in St. Cloud, or was that because of the team on the ice?
Well, both, both. But I mean, actually, who we have played this time of year, like I said the other day, the rankings are you take one game difference in all 16 teams, and all 16 teams are probably a different number. I think one more loss were two, like that. And so from that standpoint, you've got to be playing your best. But it's 5 years now. It's starting to, but there's still, I raised my kids in that town. I got a lot of, still some guys I recruited over there too, and Lars is just doing a fantastic job with the program, and so, but it was inevitable. They're one of the better teams. You're going to have to play them. So, yeah.
Bob, obviously Nelson and LaCombe both had 6 block shots each. Was that kind of a thing you guys wanted to do going into this game, kind of block as many shots as you can?
Yeah, and I'll give Steve Miller a ton of credit. He changed the penalty kill tonight. We kill a little different, but they just bomb it from the sides, and we kept a guy over, unmitting over there, and stayed in their lanes, and they were eating them tonight. They were warriors.
Bob, the Big Ten had 36 goals over the first round. Do you expect it to come more back to normal today?
Well, I think it did. It was. It's going to tighten up. That's an aberration. There's so much emotion. The first game, I'm way more nervous for the first game because if you lose, it's like you're not even in the tournament. But boy, when it gets away from you, you're just so deflating. You're so fired up for your school, your fan base, and I can just imagine how that played into it because Canisius played awful strong, and then it just got away from them.
Hey, Bob, the pace was pretty fantastic when it was 2-1 for a period and a half.
Yep.
What was that? A couple of penalties, but beyond that, it was pretty amazing. You talked about speed. You had to change the speed from previous night.
Yeah. It got going in the second. I got a little worried on, because of all the penalties that were being called, because Nelson, Nevers go out, Nyes, Hughlin, and I was double shifting those guys on the kill, and we normally don't take a lot of penalties. I didn't think we took a lot of them tonight, but and then they got, they were revving up and down the rink in the second period, but they cut their bench short. So then I said, okay, it's going to be even Steven. It's going to be. They were double shifting their top 2 lines for a big part of the game too. So finally, you just said, "All right, have at it, athletes, go finish this thing off."
Bob, Rob Beer from the Rink Live. Nyes is in the box, Cooley's in the box. Cooley jumps out, gets back into play. Scores on the long pass from Jackson. Did he feel kind of like where he got to be like, I'm going to redeem myself for taking that penalty a little bit?
Well, he saw me glaring at him, like over there. Like Cooley's just his fire in his belly. He is a competitor, and every coach is going to tell you you'd rather put one out than start one. And he and I have talked about that, and it was it wasn't a good penalty, but I would much rather put a fire out than start one. And boy, you I love his compete level and his battle level. And next year he's even going to take a bigger step with us too.
Last one from Brad.
Yeah, Bob, what did you think of Cooley's performance this week and then tonight? It looked like the first couple shifts they may have been trying to start the fire the wrong way. St. Cloud,
you don't want to do that to him. He he's got that high battle level. Nye's been real sick for, he's going to really heal up now. He's been battling some stuff and it not going away real easy for him. I thought their line was real good and dynamic at times, but it's the first time I've overplayed them, using the timeouts. But I thought Cooley was obviously the difference when he, wins the draw, gets flies up the middle at his battle level.
Lastly here, Eli Swanson from the Rink Live. Do you have any early thoughts on facing BU?
No. Can you give me till Tuesday? Yeah.
All right, good
Figure
stuff.
that one out.
Thanks,
All
Coach.
right, thanks.